The ocean is filled with unknown entities. For centuries, humanity has passed down stories of massive creatures lurking beneath the waves. Among them, the most feared of all, Leviathan. Its length is at least 50 meters, with some records describing it as over 100 meters long. This massive creature dwarfs even the largest whales, and as it moves through the ocean, it carves through the waves, leaving behind massive whirlpools in its wake. Its entire body is covered in thick, armor-like scales, said to be so impenetrable that no weapon can pierce them. The Bible describes Leviathan's scales as overlapping like shields, forming an impenetrable barrier. Each scale has a dark, metallic blue sheen, absorbing the faintest light in the abyss, making the creature almost invisible in the deep. Its head is enormous, with piercing yellow or crimson eyes that glow even in the darkest depths of the ocean. When it opens its mouth, rows of razor-sharp teeth glisten in the darkness. Once trapped, escape is impossible. Leviathan's bite is inescapable. Sharp ridges protrude along its back, adding to its terrifying form. With massive fins and a serpentine body, it glides through the water with unnatural speed. Legends say that with a single flick of its colossal tail, it can capsize entire ships in an instant. Ancient civilizations saw the ocean as a place of chaos and terror. When storms raged and ships vanished without a trace, people believed that something colossal must be dwelling beneath the surface. At the heart of the story includes Leviathan. Was this merely imagination? In the 14th century, a sailor recorded an unsettling account. A massive black shadow passed beneath our ship. It moved with the waves and then disappeared. In the 16th century, Norwegian fishermen claimed to have seen a sea serpent stretching dozens of meters. Such stories were told and retold for generations, cementing Leviathan as a symbol of fear. Job 41 in the Bible describes Leviathan. Its scales are as strong as shields, impervious to swords or spears. Fire bursts from its mouth, and the water boils in its wake. Is this pure mythology? Or did early civilizations actually encounter something beyond our understanding? The name Leviathan comes from Hebrew, meaning one who twists and coils. This suggests a serpent-like creature of immense proportions. Similar beings appear in legends worldwide. The Leviathan of ancient texts was more than just a sea creature. Like the Kraken of Greek mythology, it was said to sink ships. Like Jormungandr of Norse legend, it was a serpent so large it encircled the world. Even in the Bible, it was depicted as a force feared by gods themselves. Different cultures, different Irasiat, all spoke of a monstrous being ruling the deep. Is it just a coincidence that so many civilizations believed in such creatures? Historical records suggest that massive sea creatures have been sighted for centuries. In 1493, Christopher Columbus wrote that he saw a vast shadow moving beneath the waves. In the 18th century, Danish naval logs reported encounters with unidentified creatures exceeding 10 meters in length. Mysterious incidents continue even today. In 1965, Japanese fishermen discovered the corpse of an unknown sea creature. Despite thorough analysis, scientists concluded that it did not match any known species. Ancient myths, historical records, modern mysteries. Could all of this be mere fantasy? Or have we been sharing the ocean with an undiscovered giant all along? In 1997, NOAA detected a low-frequency sound deep in the Pacific Ocean. It was the most powerful unidentified underwater signal ever recorded. Scientists suggested that it might have been caused by tectonic activity, or icebergs breaking apart, but another theory emerged. The sound closely resembled those produced by living creatures. Could this have been the cry of a colossal, unseen entity? In 2014, an Australian research team recorded another mysterious signal, this time from 8,000 meters deep in the Antarctic Ocean. The frequency shifted in a way that suggested deliberate, intelligent communication. Yet, no known sea creature was capable of producing such a sound. And that wasn't all. While conducting deep-sea explorations, researchers discovered massive drag marks along the ocean floor, as if an enormous creature had moved across the seabed, leaving behind unmistakable traces. But what could have created such marks? Humanity has only explored 5% of the ocean. What could be hiding in the remaining 95%? In 1955, a Japanese cargo ship vanished in the Indian Ocean. Weeks later, the ship was found drifting, completely intact. No signs of struggle, no distress signals, no crew. The only clue was their final radio transmission. Something huge rising from the water. In 1872, the Mary Celeste was discovered abandoned in the Atlantic. There were no signs of a collision, no damage, and yet every crew member had disappeared without a trace. Countless unsolved disappearances. Unexplained sounds echoing from the depths. We call Leviathan a myth. But what if it was never just a legend? What if it has always been there, lurking beneath the waves? The deep sea remains an uncharted frontier. We know so little about its secrets. And perhaps, some things are better left unknown. In 2017, researchers in Chile detected an enormous moving object using sonar. Estimated to be at least 30 meters in length, It vanished the moment scientists attempted to investigate. The anomaly was never found again. A similar event occurred in 2007, when marine scientists recorded an ultra-low frequency sound in the Atlantic. The sound signature did not match any known species. Experts remarked, "This is unlike anything we've ever encountered." What if Leviathan is not just a story? What if the legendary sea monster still roams the ocean's depths? For centuries, the giant squid was thought to be a myth until the 2000s, when it was finally confirmed to exist. Could Leviathan be next? The deep sea is more difficult to explore than outer space. At 10,000 meters below the surface, sunlight does not reach, and the pressure is 1,000 times greater than at sea level. And yet, life thrives in these conditions. In 2014, a new species of deep-sea fish was discovered in the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean. This was proof that unknown creatures still exist in places we've never explored. But here's the problem: we may never get close enough to see them. Deep-sea exploration is still extremely limited, and if a massive creature exists, it may evade detection indefinitely. But if we can't see them, how can we confirm their existence? Some scientists believe the key lies in studying unexplained deep-sea signals. Patterns like the bloop which don't match any known marine animal could be evidence of an undiscovered species. If a living entity produced that sound, it would be larger than any known sea creature. For centuries, sailors, scientists, and ordinary people alike have reported encounters with colossal sea beings. Yet, we are still no closer to the truth. In 1963, the USS Thresher, a U.S. Navy submarine, sank under mysterious circumstances. Official reports blamed mechanical failure, but before the vessel went down, sonar operators detected an unidentified object moving toward it at incredible speed. During the 1970s, Soviet naval officers reported seeing something massive in the Barents Sea. When an expedition was sent to investigate, the entire team vanished without a trace. No bodies, no wreckage, just silence. What is hiding beneath the surface? Were these incidents simple accidents, or did they involve an unknown deep-sea predator? Some claim that governments have already discovered something, but have kept it classified. Decades ago, the U.S. and Soviet Union launched a top-secret operation known as Project Orpheus, a deep-sea exploration mission. Its goal? To track unexplained sounds and investigate unidentified underwater objects. But suddenly, the mission was abruptly terminated. All information was sealed, never to be disclosed. What did they find? What if Leviathan isn't a creature of the past, but something that has always been here watching us from the deep? The ocean remains Earth's greatest mystery. There is so much we have yet to uncover. What if Leviathan is not a myth, but a real, ancient entity that still lurks beneath the waves? If the truth were to be revealed, would humanity be ready to face it? Is legendary creatures written in Bible. The ocean covers about 70% of Earth's surface, yet only about 5% has been explored by humans. The deep sea, where sunlight cannot reach, remains largely unknown. Throughout history, various legends and myths have described enormous sea creatures, one of the most famous being Leviathan. Leviathan has been referenced in numerous ancient texts and cultures, often described as a massive, powerful sea creature. This raises the question of whether Leviathan was merely a mythical being, or if it could have been based on real-life encounters with unknown marine species. The name Leviathan originates from the Hebrew word Leviathan, meaning coiled one or great sea creature. The earliest references to Leviathan are found in the Old Testament of the Bible, where it is portrayed as an enormous, invincible beast that rules the sea. In Job 41, the Bible describes Leviathan as follows: "It has strong scales like shields, and no sword or spear can pierce it. It breathes fire, and flames come from its mouth." This description resembles that of a dragon or serpent-like creature. Leviathan is also mentioned in other religious and mythological texts, such as Greek mythology, which describes the Kraken, and Norse mythology, where the sea serpent Jormungandr plays a significant role. In ancient China, legends also speak of sea dragons. The presence of similar descriptions across different cultures suggests that these stories may have been inspired by real encounters with large sea creatures. Some researchers believe that stories of Leviathan could have been based on real marine creatures, now extinct or yet to be discovered. One possible explanation is that Leviathan was inspired by extinct marine predators such as the megalodon, a prehistoric shark that lived millions of years ago. Megalodon was estimated to be between 18 to 20 meters, 60 to 65 feet long, and was one of the most powerful predators in ocean history. Another possible candidate is the Mosasaurus, a massive marine reptile that lived during the late Cretaceous period. With a length of over 17 meters, 55 feet, it was one of the dominant sea predators of its time. The deep ocean is home to many species that remain largely unknown. Scientists have only recently confirmed the existence of giant squid, which can grow up to 13 meters 43 feet. Similarly, the colossal squid, discovered in Antarctic waters, is estimated to reach up to 14 meters 46 feet in length. If such massive creatures have been discovered only recently, it is possible that even larger, unknown species exist in the unexplored depths of the ocean. Accounts of enormous sea creatures are not limited to ancient mythology. Throughout history, sailors and explorers have documented sightings of mysterious marine animals.